Hi, how are you? It's a rainy day. I hope you can hear me all right, but it's a rainy day, so I'm here with my dog just walking around since it's a little easier to be indoors today. I just wanted to give you another tip for the day, and if you are interested in starting violin lessons, there's just a few things that you need to consider. First of all, budget, because it's kind of a ongoing monthly expense. I suppose it depends on what route you decide to take. But obviously you need to purchase equipment, and then you would need some kind of guidance. Now, here where I live, the typical route would be to hire a violin teacher. Typically it would be private lessons, but there's definitely group lessons that are available, and you can learn in school, at least in my area. So I think it really depends on what country you live in, what type of area you live in. I know that some of my viewers are in remote areas, and I really appreciate that as well. So definitely, if you need to do some self-taught violin, then you would definitely need to find some materials and probably go on YouTube or some other type of online resource, and just make sure that you're on the right track. Now, just really quickly, if you were to go the path that, let's say you were to come to a violin teacher such as myself, then that would be basically you would need to acquire a violin and bow, right? And then you would need to find a violin teacher. If you were coming to me, I would actually prefer that you don't get the violin yet, because I like to be part of the process, and I like to kind of guide you into what would be a good choice for you. In my scenario, like living in a place like me, I live in the greater New York City area, and basically like suburbs or big city type of lifestyle. Then you would probably have some access to rental programs. So I would definitely direct you to a more higher quality instrument and start a rental program, and that way your money that you're spending can be put towards the purchase of a future instrument. You would also want to kind of start this type of credit with a good violin shop. You don't want to go hopping around, because then you're putting money towards one instrument and then you're putting your money towards a different instrument. And each violin shop or music store, they are only loyal to themselves. So I can go into more detail if you'd like me to explain that. I'd be happy to, but definitely I would stay away from just purchasing a violin online. Unless it has been highly recommended by a violin teacher, because there are a lot of substandard violins out there. But if you don't have any other choice, I completely understand. So I would say go ahead and purchase your violin online, but often you need a little bit of help in the beginning. I don't have much experience, but I heard that some violins, they come without the violin being set up. So like you have to actually put the bridge on, which is something that I wouldn't even do myself. I would take it to a violin shop to be done. So there are a lot of little details you want to consider. If you need those details, go ahead and send me an email or something. It's down below in the description box, and I can see what I can do to help out, to point you in the right direction. If you have trouble finding a private violin teacher, there are a lot of online resources nowadays, and also you could call like a local school, or like a music conservatory, or even a symphony, like a adult symphony. Any type like that, you just call in the main office. Hopefully you get somebody, or leave a message and say you're looking for a violin teacher. And a lot of these places have directories, or people on their list that they can refer you to. It's really tough. I understand parents that don't have that much knowledge, but they need to find a good violin teacher. It's tough, but even if like a really good instrumental teacher, like it's totally other instrument like saxophone or drums or something, even them, if you trust them, I would go to them and ask them, through the grapevine, do you know any good violin teachers? So that's another route you could take. But anyway, I think I should continue on this topic on another time when it's not so chaotic. But hopefully that helps you. And also, if you're in a more remote area, I would say maybe order some method books. If you're able to just order them online, I would order some method books, and that way you can get going by yourself, and also just start working on your like just getting started, just holding the instrument, holding the bow and holding the violin. So I would definitely just try to get started on my own, and also I'll try to leave a few method books that are good for if you have absolutely no outside instruction, something that really goes slowly and spells things out for you. I'll try to leave a few of those at the end of the video. So anyway, just a beginning, but I hope that it will help you get started on your journey, and I will be back again tomorrow with some more information. I hope you have a great day, and see you tomorrow. Now, to be honest, I don't really have any direct experience with these books, but I just wanted to show you a few that I have come across. They've either been, passed down to me, or I have purchased them because my students use them in school. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to agree with everything, all the content in these books, but I just wanted to show you a few. So here's one. Then here's another. I think I'm just by looking at it, I think I like this one the best. But Applebaum, the first one, is pretty reputable. This one was very, very popular for a long time. I'm not sure now, but it's very popular, at least in public schools. And a lot of these methods that are used in public schools are very, very like slower and step by step. So I think that's why I'm mentioning these to you, because they should be able to give you the information in a way that you need it if you have no access to instruction at all. This is an older book, but I'm sure that if you have access to it, it may also be helpful. I would just recommend that you, if you can, just click on them online, find them, and usually they'll give you a few pages, of the inside, so you can kind of browse through and take a look at them. So I hope that helps, at least to get started. I'm sorry I can't really vouch for any of these methods, but at least there are a few that are pretty, well in circulation, and they're being used quite commonly.